The air hung heavy with the scent of magnolias and ancient dust as twilight settled over the Gracie Manor estate. Nestled near the bustling port of New Orleans, this grand colonial mansion held a history as winding and mysterious as the bayou itself. Master Edward Gracie, a successful shipping magnate, had fallen under the spell of the beguiling Lillian O'Malley, a tightrope walker who had run away from her wealthy family to join the circus. Enchanted by her grace and beauty, Gracie built the manor as a wedding gift, a testament to their love. But fate had other plans for the ill-fated couple. On their wedding day, Lillian, in a dazzling display of her talents, performed her tightrope act high above the estate's pond. The guests gasped in awe as she gracefully balanced on the thin wire, her parasol providing balance and a sense of whimsy. Suddenly, a splash echoed through the night. A crocodile, an unexpected resident of the pond, startled the bride. Lillian, losing her balance, plummeted into the dark waters below, meeting a grisly end in the jaws of the reptilian intruder. Devastated by Lillian's demise, Edward Gracie became consumed by the occult, a desperate attempt to reunite with his beloved. For this, he sought out Madame Leota, a powerful medium with the ability to channel spirits from beyond the veil. In her dimly lit seance chamber, Leota's crystal ball glowed with an otherworldly light, offering fleeting glimpses of Lillian in the spirit realm. Obsessed with keeping Lillian's spirit ever present, Gracie employed Madame Leota's mystical powers to transform the manor. A dark spell was cast, turning the estate into a haven for departed souls. The once silent halls now hummed with ethereal energy, as spirits from all walks of life found their eternal resting place within its walls. In the ballroom, ghostly dancers twirled endlessly, their spectral forms casting an eerie blue-green glow. Dueling cavaliers fired pistols in perpetual combat, while a phantom organist played a waltz. Years passed, and Edward Gracie in his loneliness married again. His new bride, the beautiful yet conniving Constance Hatchaway, who harbored a dark secret. On the evening of their wedding day, Constance revealed her true nature. With a swift swing of her axe, she beheaded the unsuspecting Gracie, inheriting the cursed estate and all its spectral inhabitants. Constance's reign of terror continued as she lured wealthy suitors to the manor, only to dispatch them for their money. The ghostly residents watched in horror as her collection of departed husbands grew, as did her wealth. But justice would not be denied. The estate's loyal servants, unwilling to tolerate her murderous ways any longer, turned on Constance. In a fitting twist of fate, she joined the ranks of the husbands she had so callously beheaded. For decades, Gracie Manor thrived as a vibrant, otherworldly social club. The 999 ghostly guests found contentment in their eternal gathering place, their laughter and music echoing through the dusty corridors. But a new faceless threat trespassed onto the estate. A mortal, cunning and ambitious, infiltrated the ranks of the ghostly inhabitants by disguising themselves as one of the residents. This mortal being had a sinister plan to transform the Gracie Mansion into a luxury boutique hotel. To achieve this goal, the unwelcome spirits had to be exorcised from the estate. The mortal's first act was to capture the blue-haired medium, Madame Leota, by imprisoning her within her own crystal ball. This was done with dark voodoo powerful enough to confine Leota and limit her clairvoyant powers and obscure the identity of the perpetrator. Leota noticed that one by one the ghostly residents began to vanish. She alarmed the residents and panic rippled through the spectral community as their numbers dwindled and the once boisterous manor grew eerily quiet. Leota saw, in a vision, that the missing ghostly residents were trapped in spirit jars. These insidious containers imprisoned the spirits indefinitely, with no hope of escape unless opened by mortal hands. The remaining ghosts, faced with the threat of perpetual bondage, banded together to uncover the mortal trespasser and reclaim their beloved Gracie estate. The moon cast its pale light on the mansion as fog rolled across the estate's cemetery. The hunt for the devious mortal began. The fate of Gracie Manor and its 999 happy residents hung in the balance, their eternal home teetering on the brink of an eternal silence.